Let's pivot a little bit and talk about Pesach. Yeah, we'll come back to our topic. But a question is asked why Moshe Rabbeinu is not mentioned in the Pesach Haggadah. The story of Yetziat Mitzrayim is attributed solely to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Moshe's name doesn't come up even once. The Alter of Chem answers that we can apply what we've been speaking about to our topic. The Torah provides no background information on Avraham Avinu, and the first we hear of him is at age 75 when he's told to set out on his journey to Canaan. Similarly, Moshe Rabbeinu, the greatest prophet and father of all Nevi'im, has a gap in his coverage. The Torah recounts the moments of his birth and what occurred to him during their first days on earth and water, but that is followed by radio silence. Some say 18 years, some say 20, others say it was 40 years until the next mention of Moshe Rabbeinu, when he stepped out from Paro's palace. What took place during all those years? We got no idea. But when he stepped out, the action and drama began. He witnessed an Egyptian beating a fellow Jew and killed the taskmaster using the holy name of God. The next day, Datan, who he had just saved, threatened Moshe and reported him to the authorities, forcing him to escape as a bounty was on his head. Some say Moshe was actually caught, but then broke free and ran to Midian while still in prisoner garb. There he found the daughters of Yitro being abused by local shepherds and intervened multiple times until the threat was neutralized. When the daughters eventually made their way back home, they told their father, Ish Mitzri tzilan miyad haroim. An Egyptian man saved us from the shepherds. Was that true? Was it an Egyptian man who saved them and provided water for their flock? Of course not. But there's a significant reason for this account and these precise words. The level of assistance Moshe provided to Yitro and his household during those days was tremendous. Yet when Yitro sent his daughters back to thank him, the rabbis explained Moshe Rabbeinu refused the acknowledgement. They bring a parable to emphasize their point. Once a person set out on the road when a arod, which was a dangerous species of lizard, jumped out and bit him. The cure for this, as taught in the Gemara, is to run to the nearest water and immerse oneself as fast as possible. Time is of essence, and if the lizard gets to the water first, it's probably too late. The individual did exactly that, taking a detour to the nearest water and jumping in. There, he found a child who was drowning. He quickly pulled the child out, performed the necessary life-saving measures, and the child began to regain its breath and recover. The child's parents wanted to repay the hero who had just saved their child, but the man replied, "Don't thank me. Don't repay me anything. Thank the lizard. Had it not bitten me, I'd right now be at the market, and your child would not be alive." Moshe saved the girls, but to their gratitude he responded, "Don't thank me. Thank the Ish Mitzri, who was beating my brother, and who I had to kill. If not for him, I would still be in Egypt, and you would still be at the well, tormented by the shepherds." So the Or Rashaz asks, why do we need all these stories of Moshe Rabbeinu and the girls? The Torah tells us 3 consecutive stories about Moshe saving someone. Would one not be sufficient? He answers, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to teach us why Moshe Rabbeinu was chosen to lead Bnei Israel and why he was chosen to deliver the Torah. It was because Moshe Rabbeinu personified the attribute of Noseh be'olim havero, bearing your fellow's burden. He did so 3 times, achazakah, and for recipients that were both his brethren and also complete strangers. And this was Moshe's primary character trait which led him to leadership. We'll continue on this idea tomorrow.